Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Today is day 4 of Stranger New Year, which makes it January 4th, 2023. So, how's everybody's New Year started? Hopefully well. I did go to work today, because remember today is my 3rd. I'm recording. Remember time working funny in my videos? I've mentioned this recently quite a bit. I did go to work today, for those of you who have been tuning in recently for Stranger New Year. I figured I'd just jump right into it, by the way, yeah. I went to work. I did as I said, for the most part, that I was just gonna sit down and kind of direct. I brought my cane. My crew were pretty awesome, actually. Quite a few of them were actually, I've discovered, I kind of knew this deep down, but I've discovered more today that I'm a very hands-on manager. So it's hard for me to just sit there and watch and even like just call out things for production and this and that. It's hard. I'm very, that's why I put myself in the lead production spot, basically, like I had said yesterday. And so I picked the point with the most availability for to view all the different stations, and I did my best to stay there. Some of the times I just felt like, no, I need to be hands-on-y, so I grabbed my cane and I did get up and just bared with it, you know, battled through the pain. As you can tell, I'm in a little bit better spirits, maybe because my new round of ibuprofen is working. Day by day, things have gotten better because, like I said, this has happened before and it luckily has always gotten better. And I believe that it is getting better now. It's just, it is pretty sore. It's pretty stiff. If I stand still for too long, it's still really stiff. If I sit in the same position, like if my knee is, again, I know this is my arm and not my knee, but if it's, you know, where my knee is like that, just regular, I guess, sitting, however you want to put it, for too long, it's really stiff. So I have to try to like do some stretches with it, like really light stretches though, because there's still odd movements. Like I feel like if my leg, like just as an example, if my leg bends this way, I feel like it should also bend this way, but one of those two directions really hurts. So like, or like if it bends like this way, why doesn't it bend this way, you know, or, you know, just whatever. Like I feel like the same, like I understand it can't go like this if it, just because it moves like this, but there's just such slight differences in lots of pain and this movement is okay, you know. So I've learned most of those pretty well, or at least learned to like immediately stop that movement. But so I've been trying to do like some stretches and like massage my leg and stuff. And I think that's helping a lot, that and just really resting it. I've been elevating it the best that I can. I've been getting a lot of sleep. You ever notice? Did you guys hear that? That was the boys. David's watching them, but they're apparently pretty rowdy right now. Did you ever notice that when some part of your body is healing, like when I had my surgery and my body was healing, I was sleepy all the time. Like I've heard people say that before, and I mean, they're right. For those people that it doesn't affect like that, like you're pretty lucky, I guess. Probably have a lot of energy generally, I guess. But like for me, I just get so sleepy. Like I'm super sleepy, I guess, because my body's trying to like heal itself so that it's spending a lot of energy there. I don't know. But I've been really tired and I've slept more than I usually do. Even if it's interrupted, I go right back to sleep for the most part. So like that's good, at least, that I can get right back to sleep. It's not so great that I'm super tired, but anyway, so hopefully, I know it's like a weird transition point. But like that was kind of like my health update. I know that people care and have been worried. So I figured I'd let you know that like it's not done, it's not over, but it's better. It's way better than it was the first day. The first day was so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, if I can even make it down the stairs, I'm gonna go to the hospital, you know, like it was so bad. And then I like made myself take like a chill pill and really think about it, the fact that it had happened before, and it was just like unexpected and this and that, you know, and I just basically made myself take care of myself, you know what I mean, and realize like this is what we've done before, it'll be okay, you know. But yeah, I wanted to get the health update and then transition into the yarn. But I am forcing myself to not to crochet, because I want to crochet. But I have been, I think I mentioned before, I have been working way too much on the one project. Like I won't, on the movie marquee project, and I won't have enough, like I'll basically be done by like next week if I don't put the thing down and just stop, right? So I'm forcing myself to stop. So like tonight and here on, I'm going to be working on other things, which is a new concept for me, right? Because like I didn't have very much to show. I basically stopped my podcast and my the hashtag movie and stitch blanket didn't get finished. I was sitting at the W movies for that, and I still am. I could still finish it. I never started like my reproduction, Stranger Things reproduction blankets that I wanted to do, more than like the test strip colors for the Henderson blanket. Because I was always doing which isn't a bad thing, but I was always doing it because like, even though blankets are my thing and I love to make blankets, a blanket a month it's still quite a bit, especially like the ones I was doing, because I wasn't doing just like, here's a granny square baby blanket. I was doing like, here's a bigger than usual throw, and it's all of this, you know, intricate stuff, like some months, or like filleted crochet designs that, you know, I did, or I don't know, just it was time consuming things. And considering time is not on my side a lot of the time, it took up most of my crochet time. So it's like a new concept for me to like you don't have to work on the movie market. And I think that's why I'm like immediately just like still working on that, like immediately, you know what I mean? Because in my brain I'm like, get that done first, then you can work on other things. Like when it's clear that you're going to finish this or whatever, then you can work on other things. I don't need to do that. And it's like, it isn't ever that I didn't enjoy it. It's just a different change. You know what I'm saying? So I am forcing, it's more like I'm forcing myself to put down something I am enjoy doing, to continue like doing it throughout the month, basically. So I'm going to work on some other stuff, so I'll actually be able to show you things throughout this Stranger New Year video set, or else it's not gonna be, it'll literally just be like, hey, here's how my day went, guys. Okay, bye. So hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll actually have something to show you, you know, like at least progress on something. There'll be like mini podcasts, kind of, I guess. And then I can plan out, like I said, over the next couple days, I still plan to plan out like my goals video and my favorites videos and things like that. Thursdays, excuse me, Thursdays are my days off and the days that I try to get more videoing done. It's just everything's been different with the boys around, because I don't want like Maverick to cry and wake David up, but yet the room's not really Maverickable for very long right now until I get some things cleaned out, so I have to do that. If I spend the Thursday doing that, I won't be spending the Thursday doing videos. So I have to find a little balance in there, because also Thursday is my day to go shopping. So I have to fit in, like, when I say fit in some Damon time, I mean literally like we go out shopping, and like if there's a store or two we need to hit, we do that day. That isn't shopping. Like if we want to go to like Bath and Body Works or like to a yarn store, we go do that day. It's just my everything errand day also. So like trying to fit in time to do everything. But yeah, I should have some actual yarny content besides my calendar, soon, within the next couple days. So bear with me. But that being said, we'll move on to my advent calendar, and then I will keep this rather short today because this is David's last day off and we're going to play some World of Warcraft, and I'm excited about that. So let us open up my advent calendar. Oh, and Minnie Mal, I did get your question. I haven't gone through and answered, like, I'm so bad about it, but I try to answer them like in the videos too. You asked if I got the Funko Pop, the L in the Rainbow Room. Yes, I did. I had that like pre-ordered from Target, and that was the one they took like forever to get to me. But I did finally get it. I was very excited to get it. So I have that one. It's one of the only two like bigger size, like with scenery Funko Pops that I have. I have the L in the Rainbow Room, and I have Hopper at the Buyer House. There are 3 other pieces to Hopper at the Buyer House. There's like Will in the Upside Down at the Buyer House. There's, I think, the Mind Flayer in the Upside Down at the Buyer House. And then I think there's L at the Buyer House. And I need to get all 3 of those still. But I do have the Hopper one. Hopper just happened to be on the Funko site. So I'm kind of hoping the other ones will be at some point. But anyway, to answer your question, yes, I got Elle in the Rainbow Room. I really want to get Argyle in the bus. He's the other Target exclusive, and I really need to get him at some point. Like, I'll probably end up having to try to find him on like eBay in the future, which is going to suck. But anyway, back to the yarn. So my advent calendar is based off of it's inspired by this bag right here, which the fabric was made just for me. And then the bag was made from the fabric, obviously. However, I am still trying to give names from the show with the yarn. Now I just started season 1 over again last night. So hopefully by the end of this, I can go back through this and think of some better names too. I did see the suggestion for the, oh gosh, the Vans from the electric company, the Vans, that they're white and blue, so that might fit into some of the white and blue yarn. So like, we'll maybe discuss that when we go through and talk about all the different yarns and, have them all open and available. But yeah, that's a good suggestion too, is maybe like Elle's adventure with the electric company or something like that. Maybe not that name exactly, but yeah. We have day 22 here because they're not in sync with any of the days since I got it late in December and I just couldn't wait and I started opening it that day. But we will check this out. Like I said, I'm trying to name it based off of like anything, like a phrase or a character or an event or a place or anything in Stranger Things. And I am asking if any of you guys, because I'm struggling, so if any of you guys have suggestions and you want to put it in the comments below, I am happily reading and accepting any suggestions and taking them to heart. I've mentioned before, because it's based on this and inspired by this, there's a lot of white in it. So, and that's that's making things harder on me. So here's your preview. That's what we've got for preview. Let's pull it out. This yarn is so very soft. Ooh, this is a nice neon. We got some neon green basically going on here. I'll try to get it so that it's like a good, there we go. There's like a neon green, and there is still this dark green right here. And there is like the white, but it's sort of soaked up a lot of the green, so it's the white, like there's a couple of streaks of white, but it's basically like a really, really light green. So this is kind of just a greens one, which could be a Demodog, I suppose. It's pretty neon-y though right here, right? Or at least pretty bright green. I feel like with that, it's just like something should be super obvious, but because we've got this like dark green, which is the more like sinister looking green, right? And then we've got this big band of the bright, like almost safety green. And then we've got this lighter, probably meant to be white, but soaked up a lot of the green. I know these weren't her colors in season 4, but for some reason, like this reminds me of the My Little Pony, the Applejack. So like I keep wanting to call this Lady Applejack. I know it's not, but so I told you this whole set has put me on like the struggle bus, you guys. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking about this? Maybe it could be, does it give off the Ghostbuster vibes at all? I don't know. Like because the costumes had brown in them though, right? And you never actually saw, like the boys didn't have the ectoplasm in their costumes, so I don't know. Was there any green in like the portals where Vecna attacked the victims and they opened up? So I was thinking this could be like where Chrissy died or something. I don't know. I'm stretching. I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling. It's very pretty. I really like this one a lot, actually. But as far as a good name, I could really use the help. Let me know if you guys come up with anything. And I shall let you know if I think of anything else. For now, we'll stick her back in the bag. Yeah, like I'm on like the second, because I didn't get very far last night. Since David's been home, I went to bed when he did. And he goes to bed much earlier than I usually do. And so I only got like an episode or 2 in. But I was like staring at everything, like looking for like this color or that color. And so anyway, that's the yarn for the day. And yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to share with you guys, and I'm pretty anxious to go get my World of Warcraft on, so I'm gonna let you guys go. But I will talk to you very soon. I'm so happy that you guys are joining me for Stranger New Year, and yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye. Guys, I had to insert this. I did have another idea for the green. Just saying. I was like thinking about this before I started piecing my video together. The bright green. What about that season 3 when Steve and the Scoops troops went down into the Russian place, the Russian lair, and they found the bottles of, I don't know what did they call that? The goo stuff? The goo stuff that Erica tried to drink. They compared it to the Prometheus stuff from Aliens, right? But what about that stuff? That stuff was really neon green. Just a thought, in case like that got any of the thinking gears going. I don't know. But I felt pretty proud of myself, so I wanted to add that in. Bye, guys.